Okay, so the first card you have for your past is the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, this is not what I normally see in the Wheel of Fortune. It's a bit strange already. Okay, I'm just going to say what I'm seeing. I'm actually seeing two families here, or two different parties. I think they are families. And you're kind of visiting one, so you're kind of in one and going to see the other one, or it's like you're going backwards and forwards between these two. I don't know whether you have children and then you divorced or went out of that relationship and you're in a new family, so you have to go and visit a child. It might be that, because I'm seeing step parents, step children, blended families, all of that. Or, you know, it might be that they're your parents and step parents and you have to kind of go in between the two. Yeah, I'm just seeing this going backwards and forwards, and there's these two families here. There's a little bit of discord, there's a bit of disharmony here. It's not huge. Yeah, I think someone sees you as a little bit of a fence sitter, actually, if that makes sense. Kind of sitting on the fence, not committing. And I think that might be because there's this feeling of, there's some kind of disharmony, there's a little bit of a disagreement here. Someone on one side of this is trying to, I think they were trying to tell you about someone else, they were complaining about someone, and I think they were trying to talk to you about this horrible other person. I don't think they were that bad, actually, but they were talking about them. And I'm just seeing them telling you this. And I think they were just expecting you to agree with them, just blindly. And it's not in your nature to do this. It's not in your nature to just blindly agree with people. You always like to see all the different sides. You balance things out. You also like things to be calm. You don't want all this kind of craziness. So you might be frustrating them, because I think they want you to agree with them. That's what I'm getting. And it's like you go to see them, you have to see them. That's what I'm seeing. You go to see this person, they're always there, and they always talk about the same thing. You know, it's like, oh, this person's terrible, this and that, they do this, they do that. And you're just like, I want to stay out of this. And I think excuse me, sorry about that. I think you have tried to talk to them. You've definitely tried to make this calmer than it actually is. I think it's mostly just this person. I don't think it's as big as they're making out. They're trying to get you on their side. Yeah, you can't change their mind. So I think you might just have to say to them, I refuse to talk about this. I'm not talking about this, because it's really stressy. It's really awful. And you see the two sides. So they're saying all these horrible things about whoever this is. And then you have to go see the other side as well. So it's just not good. So, yeah. The other thing here is, yeah, I'm seeing money here. I'm seeing money here. The Wheel of Fortune. I'm seeing money. So I think there might be some kind of, might be a pay rise, might be a bonus. I'm just looking at this wheel, and it kind of makes me think of a world spinning around, a globe, and everything's kind of, all these kind of, this snake and everything else, they're all kind of going around and around this globe, turning around the wheel. And so what I'm seeing is something that comes around every year, something that comes around annually. So it might be an end of the year bonus or something like that. It might be end of the year pay rise. It's something that comes around every year. Now, I don't know if you're new to this job or you haven't been there a year or something. This is something that's kind of new to you, I think. And I think you know that this, I think you might know that this is coming, and I think you're really welcoming this, because things might be a little bit tight for you right now financially. So I think when this comes in, you're going to be really happy with that. You need this, basically. That's what I'm seeing. Okay, so the next card you have for your past, the Seven of Cups. Okay, this is a bit different. I'm seeing very different things in these cards. This is not what I normally see in these. I don't know if you're in a new relationship, or maybe you've just started seeing something. I'm just getting this, it feels like you were contemplating or anticipating, worrying about some kind of culture clash. That's what I'm seeing, clash of cultures. It's not about these, I think it does have something to do with families, but it's not these two different families. This is a different thing. I don't know if you're seeing someone from another culture maybe, or from another country even. If you are, if this is resonating, I think you might be worrying about how your family and this person who you're with, how they're going to get along. I don't know if your family's old-fashioned or conservative or something. I don't know. I think you just might be worried about how they're going to get along, whether your family or whoever these people are going to say, they might say insensitive things toward the person you're with, and you're kind of worrying about that. So if this is what you're worrying about, if this is resonating, if there's some kind of meeting or event or something where you're going to meet, I'm not actually seeing any problems coming up there. For one, I think this person that you're with, they're quite laid back, more than you think. And also, I'm not seeing anyone else saying anything to them. I think it's going to be fine. Everything's going to be fine with that. So, I think some of your family members might be a little bit confused, maybe, or a bit mystified even, like the poor man in this card. I don't think they're used to this. I think that's what it is. They're not going to be rude. Nothing's going to happen. I think they're just not used to this. They have to get used to this. But there are no bad feelings. There's no bad feelings. Nothing terrible is going to be said. It's going to be fine. So try not to worry about this. Both sides of this are more accepting and open than you're imagining. So I think you're over worrying about this if this is resonating. Okay, the last card you have, you pass the Magician. Fantastic card. Absolutely fantastic. Best card ever. So, okay, this is what I'm seeing. A few different things. This is quite a complex card, and I'm seeing a lot of different things here. I think you actually have a little bit of bad feeling, maybe some bad history around your family, between you and your family, or just some family members, or one person even. Yeah, I am seeing one specific person here, and they might have said things to you. They might have told you negative things, something like, oh, you'll never be anything, you'll never amount to anything, you'll never do anything, that kind of talk, that kind of thing. And maybe that's why you're so worried about this meeting. I think you're probably afraid that they'll say something to your partner and hurt them or upset them. It might be that. But yeah, again, I just want to say this again, I'm not seeing any problems with this meeting. It's going to be okay. Unfortunately, they saved their worst for you. But yeah, you have been through a lot of career ups and downs. You absolutely have, I think. And I think each time you've been through something like that, especially the down times, I think what's happened is, you've had this person's word in your head, or words in your head, I should say. These words like, oh, you'll never do this, you'll never do that, you can't do this, you'll never do any, all of that kind of horrible stuff goes around in your head. And it's like, yeah, I'm proving them right. I can't do this. I can't do that. Never say that to yourself, for one. Never, ever say that to yourself. I think you might be bracing yourself for more of the same from them, actually, because at the moment, things are okay financially. But I was seeing this struggling in the Wheel of Fortune. And you might be... things aren't what they used to be. That's what I'm getting. They're not the way they used to be financially. So yeah, you're kind of waiting for this person to come in and say something to you. Horrible. So, this is what I want to tell you about this. You've got the Magician here. You're definitely on the way up. You are on the way up. It might not feel like it right now, but you are. I think this career path that you're on right now, I think that's going to take you really far, actually. You've got the Wheel of Fortune, you've got the Magician. And if you feel as if you're not on that path, if it doesn't feel like that to you, where you are is going to lead you to something else. So it might be that you're in this job, you don't like it so much, you meet someone and they invite you to something, and then that opens up an opportunity. It could be anything that opens this up for you. But what the message here is stay on the path that you're on, stay where you are, and it's going to lead you to something else. You're being led to higher things, definitely financially and intellectually as well. I think you're someone who thrives on intellectual stimulation. You love discussions, you love debating, looking at all the different sides of an issue, and you're on the way to that. You're on the way to some kind of a career or business that'll give you that stimulation. So, and you've manifested this. You're on your way to this. So just remember that. Remember, you're on the right road. You're on the right road. If this person says something to you, just say to yourself inside your head mentally, I'm on the right road. I'm on the right road. I just want to say this to you, if this is all resonating, this difficult family member who's been kind of in your ear saying things, I think they might have had a parent who probably said similar things to them, and yeah, because of that, I just don't think they reached their potential. So, there's a lot of anger there, there's a lot of jealousy around them as well. So I think that's where that's all coming from. I'm not making excuses for them. I'm just saying that I think that's where that's coming from. And you can't change them, but you can break the cycle, and that's what you're doing. You're already doing that. It doesn't feel like that, I know. I can tell that you're thinking, well, I haven't got this great career. I'm not on any path. You are. You're just not seeing it right now. So keep on the path that you're on. Stay there. Just keep going. Keep going, because something's going to open up for you. You've got the Magician. And yeah, the first card you have your presence, the Four of Wands. Look at this. Look at these wands. Look at this canopy. You're going to walk through these 1111s. Look at this, 1111. Look what's on top of them. Red roses, same red roses that are in the Magician card, manifestation. You've got this big red arrow that goes up. The only way is up. You're going up. So stay on this path, this career path that you're on. You're on the right road. If it doesn't feel right to you, it's going to lead to something that's absolutely right to you. And there's some kind of invitation that's coming up for you as well, I think. Now, I don't think this invitation is going to come to you for a while. It might not even be until next year. But don't be impatient. This isn't about, this is a progression. It's a path. It's not quick money. It's not about easy money and quick things happening to you. It's not like that. This path's about learning as you go along. And, as you go along this path, you're going to pick up things. You're going to pick up knowledge, pick up everything. You've got the Hierophant under this as well, which can be about learning. And everything you learn, everything you pick up on this path, it's going to teach you something. It's going to lead you to the final result. So, it's going to help you in some way. Even relationships, work relationships with people, you're learning from absolutely everything and everyone, even negative things. And negative people even, they're all lessons. You're going to learn from everything. And this parent or whoever this is that put you down, they couldn't give you these lessons. They couldn't teach you this. They couldn't help you with this because they haven't learned these lessons themselves. They haven't learned, and you are. You're teaching yourself. And, this is going to help generations that come after you as well. They're going to be passed down. So you're absolutely changing the cycle now. And again, it's a long path because I'm seeing generation after generation. It's a long path. It's not a quick fix. It carries on from generation to generation. This is a big reading, a big important reading for you. Very good reading, beautiful reading. So again, keep on going down this path that you're already on. Keep your eyes open, keep your ears open. You're going to learn everything. And everything you learn is going to teach you and it's going to help you as you go along. The next card you have your presence, the Hierophant. I think you might actually end up teaching other people this knowledge. Because what I'm getting is, this is way, way down the road. I think what's going to happen is you're going to learn everything as you go along. And then you're going to learn as you're in the 1111s, and you're going to get this amazing opportunity. You're going to keep going on and on. You're going to get better and better and better until you're at the stage where you're going to start to want to give back to other people. So it's like, I'm here where I am, I'm abundant, I'm where I want to be. Now it's my turn to give back. And I think that's what you're going to do. You're going to eventually teach people. And I think what you're going to do when you teach people is you're really going to change people. You might even change people's lives. This is massive. this is, I've never seen this in a reading before. This is absolutely huge. But again, this is gradual, this is eventual, so it's going to take time. You're on this track. Might feel like the slow track, but it's the right track. And the other thing about this is this can be a really traditional card. Okay, so this is the other thing I'm seeing here. I think when it comes to love in your life, past loves, I think you probably went down a traditional road at one time in the past. I don't know if you're married, but I'm seeing an older relationship here where it was quite straightforward, quite traditional, kind of conventional. It was kind of the social standard. So it was doing what you're expected. And I think there was a lot of outside approval of that relationship. I think your family definitely approved of what you were doing then. But then, it wasn't for you. That's what I'm seeing. That kind of traditional route wasn't for you. And yeah, I'm picking up on a few kind of unfair comparisons between that relationship that you had and whoever you're in a relationship with now, or whoever you've been in a relationship with since that time. It's very, very unfair. I think there are some people who see that relationship as a benchmark and they compare everything to that. Because, it's because this was traditional, that's all. It's not because it was a good relationship. They just see it as that. It was like it ticked all the boxes, but it wasn't right for you. That's what I'm getting. So, if something's not right for you, if someone's not right for you, then they're not. That's it. So I think whoever this is, they're going to just have to get over this. And I don't want to be horrible, but I don't think their relationship's all that great either. I wouldn't normally say something like this, but if someone has a lot to say about your relationships, then theirs should be opened as well for discussion. I don't think you want to do that, but the question here is, if this person's giving this advice, the question is, do you want to take advice from someone who's not happy in their own situation? Probably not, is the answer. So yeah, just again, keep on going down the path that you're on, not just in work, in all areas of your life. Keep on going down the path. You're on the right path. It's your path. It's the right path. And don't listen to them. Look at this Hierophant. He's got his ears covered, so he can't hear them. So that's how you have to be, like that. So that's another warning there. Okay, so the last card you have, your presence, the Two of Swords. Okay, yeah, I think this is a message, and it's just, once again, it's warning you. Stay away from this unnecessary talk, this criticism in all different areas of your life, really, not just the work one, all areas. You're on this path, you don't want anything around you that's going to distract you, pull you off that path, or whatever. It's an important path. This is an important path. You need to stay there. And again, there's no point in arguing or talking to these people. You're never going to agree. It's like these two swords. You're on one side, they're on the other side. They might want you to get back together with whoever this ex is. Whatever they're doing, don't worry about it. You'll never meet in the middle, so just try and forget about it. There's no point in convincing them. And guard yourself as well. Just guard yourself from all of this criticism as well. Guard yourself, keep yourself away from that, rise above that, because again, you're not going to agree. There's no point in justifying yourself. There's no point in arguing with them. There's no point in telling them your point of view. Absolutely no point. Just look at them and smile and know that you're on the right path. Okay, so the first card you have, your future, is the Three of Wands. Yeah, I think this might be where you are now, actually, on this path. You're not quite at the Four of Wands, you're at the Three of Wands. You're not at 11 yet. So it's like it's coming, you're on the way to that. If you look at this man, he can see these boats, they're coming in, they're at a distance, they're far away now, but they are coming in. So again, that shows me that it's the long path, it's the long road. You're going to have to wait. It's going to take time. But yeah, he sees them. He can see them. He knows they're there. And there's a lot of gold here and yellow. It's all over this card. And obviously gold represents wealth, abundance. And yellow can represent thought, conversation, intellect. And that's what I was seeing in the Magician card. So again, you're going to get all of that. So really, this is just confirming all of that again. And this is showing you that, yes, this is going to come in. This is definitely going to come in for you. There's also a little bit of fear here. I don't think anyone's talking about this, actually. Yeah, this is about this relationship. This is about this relationship. There's some fear around them. And I think it might be coming from a past situation, maybe. Yeah, I'm seeing third parties here. There are 3 boats here. So maybe they were left for a third party in the past, in a past relationship. And I think what happened to them might always be with them. There's always that worry, that fear in the back of their mind it's going to happen again. That's what I'm getting. So if this resonates, if you're sensing this around them, just talk to them. I think they just need a little bit of reassurance. If you look at this man, again, he's up on this hill, but he's standing on this kind of green, mossy rock. So, moss can be slippery. So they might not be feeling as if they're very stable where they are right now. And I think it's just all in their head. It's from their past. So, just talk to them, if that makes sense to you. Just talk to them. Okay, so the next card you have, you features the 9 of Cups. Yeah, I think these all go together, all of these 3, really, these 3 cards. So I think I'll just talk about the last 2 together, this and the King of Pentacles. So obviously this is looking fantastic, this reading. It's looking fantastic for you. You've got all these amazing manifestation cards. Then you have this beautiful golden 3 of Wands, which is about just knowing it's going to come in. Your manifestation's coming in. All you need to do is wait, and that's confirming that. And now you have this contentment card, and you have the King of Pentacles under this as well. So manifestation, abundance, this is huge. This is a huge reading, fantastic reading. Again, there's a lot of waiting here with the 3 of Wands and the King of Pentacles. He's built up his wealth slowly. So yeah, really this is confirming everything that's here. It's an absolutely amazing reading. Okay, I'm just seeing this as well. This just came out of nowhere. If you've got a test or an exam coming up, there might be a delay around that. It might be that the actual exam's delayed, or maybe the result's going to be delayed. You might do the exam and then you have to wait for the result. Nothing's going to be postponed. It's not. It's going to go ahead. It's absolutely going to go ahead. It's just a delay. So I just saw that. So if that resonates with you, just be prepared for that. It's going to be a bit frustrating, because if you studied and then there's a delay, it's always frustrating, because when you have an exam, you're like, right, I'm ready to go, and then there's a delay, and it's like, oh. So just be aware of that if you've got exams coming up.